Index funds are boring, and that's why they work. Uncomfortable observation. Most people don't fail at investing because they picked the wrong stock. They fail because investing feels too boring. There's no excitement in buying something slow, predictable, and quiet. And that's the uncomfortable truth. The strategies that actually work for normal people are usually the ones that don't feel interesting at all. Index funds are not thrilling, and that's exactly why they work. Let's make this real. You're in your late 20s or early 30s. You live somewhere normal, maybe Atlanta, Chicago, London, Amsterdam, Frankfurt. You have a decent job. In the US, you earn around $80,000 a year. In Europe, maybe 55,000 euros. After taxes, healthcare, and deductions, you take home roughly $4,400 a month, or $3,400 to $3,600 a month. That's solid. Not rich, but stable. And still, investing feels distant because your life is already full of obligations. After-tax reality. Fixed costs. Rent or mortgage, $2,000. Utilities and internet, $250. Groceries, $500. Now you're at $2,750. Then come the modern monthly payments. Car payment, $450. Insurance and fuel, $200. Student loan, $250. Credit card payments, $150. Now you're around $3,800. On a $4,400 paycheck, that leaves about $600. And that $600 has to cover everything else: emergencies, travel, lifestyle, and investing. So most people look for something that feels like it will make it worth it. Something exciting, something fast. The hidden financial mistake. Here's the hidden mistake. Most people think investing should feel like progress. They want a visible win, a stock that doubles, a crypto spike, a big story to tell. But investing is not entertainment. The system around investing is designed to make you feel like you're missing out. There's always a headline, always someone claiming they found the next big thing. And compared to that, index funds feel almost pointless. Just slow averages, just steady growth. And that's why people ignore them. Simple math. Why boring wins. Imagine you invest $300 a month into a broad index fund. Nothing extreme. Assume a long-term return of around 7% annually, which is roughly what markets have historically delivered over long periods. After 10 years, you'd have about $50,000. After 20 years, $150,000. After 30 years, $340,000 to $400,000. And that's from doing something very unimpressive. Investing consistently in something boring. No big bets, no constant decisions, just time and compounding. Now compare that to what most people actually do. They invest emotionally. They jump in late, they panic out early, they chase excitement. And the excitement usually costs them the one thing they needed most: time in the market. The psychology behind it. Index funds work because they don't rely on you being smart every week. They rely on you being consistent. But the human brain hates slow rewards. We're wired for immediate feedback. That's why gambling feels exciting. That's why viral stock stories spread. Because boring doesn't trigger emotion. And in modern life, emotion is what gets attention. So people assume boring equals ineffective. But in finance, boring often equals reliable. The market rewards patience, not intensity. Long-term impact if ignored. If you ignore boring investing long enough, the result is predictable. You reach your 40s or 50s with decent income, but very little ownership. You worked, you earned, but your money mostly went to lifestyle and obligations, and investing becomes something you feel you should have started earlier. Not because you were irresponsible, because you were distracted by noise. Index funds don't create stories, they create outcomes, quietly. Shift. How financially intelligent people think. Financially intelligent people don't invest to feel something. They invest to stop needing to feel anxious. They don't ask, what's the next big opportunity? They ask, what's the simplest thing I can hold for 20 years? They understand that wealth is usually built through ownership of the market, not prediction of the market. Index funds are not exciting. They're not supposed to be. They're financial background infrastructure, like plumbing, unnoticed but essential. Conclusion: calm and logical. Index funds are boring, and that's the point. They remove decision-making. They remove drama. They remove the need to be constantly right. They let time do the work instead. Most people don't need a genius strategy. They need a quiet one they can actually stick with. If this helped you think more clearly about investing, consider subscribing for more calm, realistic conversations about money.